So friends, as you're no doubt aware, there's a lockdown at the moment, which means on the plus side, there's lots of time for modelling. On the minus side means it's that much harder to get modelling supplies. Most of the model shops are closed for everything except mail order, and well, you're not really supposed to be going out, are you? So what I thought would be fun would be to do a build that uses just regular old household junk, the sort of thing that you might have lying around, the sort of thing that you can make using food packaging, which is one of the only things you're allowed to go out and get these days. So my starting point is this. This is just a regular old egg carton. If you've been able to get hold of eggs, they're quite hard to come by at the moment. But something I noticed, I'm not actually the first to notice it. If you go on Black Magic Craft, which is a channel I like a great deal, he points out that the inside of an egg carton actually looks a lot like stone. So my thought was this. Now he uses it to build wargaming terrain. I'm going to use it to build a ruined castle, which is not the sort of thing that you commonly need on a model railway, but it's quite a cool feature. It's something you don't see very often, and it would be a good thing to have if you're building, say, a country branch line, a narrow gauge railway, a heritage railway. It would be an interesting destination for your railway to serve, or just something fun to have in the background, something interesting and different. Anyway, I've babbled on enough, so let's get started, shall we? We're going to start by making a basic shell. There's lots of things you could use. You could use foam core board, mounting card, insulation foam is quite a popular thing for this kind of job. But I'm going to work on the basis that you don't have these things to hand. To be honest, I don't have a lot of them myself. As the starting point, we're just going to use this regular cardboard, such as you would get in any cardboard box. I feel like I could have ended that sentence more dynamically. Hey-ho. So, I'm going very rough with this because this is just supposed to be a ruined castle, you know, it's not like I'm doing a whole thing. You know what, for strength I'm going to add a second layer, I think. But before I do that, I'm going to add a door. Now, can you believe it? He's drunk already. I'm just going to use this figure to give me a rough idea. I'm going to give this thing a sort of Gothic arch door. drawn out, and now to cut it. I'm going to turn to my trusty modelling knife here. Though you could try using nail scissors actually, they might do the trick. I'm not too worried if it's a bit rough. This is after all a ruin. I've cut out a second layer, and they're both nicely camouflaged against my backdrop there. And I am just going to glue them together. I used regular old PVA wood glue. This is just stuff I got at the pound shop. And I also got a second bottle because I couldn't find the first one. So I'm just going to leave those there while the PVA cures. If you're in a hurry, you could use hot glue. But if there's one thing I've got at the moment, it's time. I am going to use hot glue to put the walls together, because I don't want to be standing here forever. That is the biggest advantage of hot glue. Speed. There's a few bits like this that make it look really obviously cardboardy, and I don't think even the cosmetic outer layer is going to do much about that. So I'm just going to try to cover that up a bit. And what I'm using is kitchen towel, which I hope will do the trick. Just going to paint over it like that. I think this needs a tower. I think this here cardboard tube will be just the thing. There. Here we are. As you can see, I've added a few extra little bits here and there. Let's get on to the stonework. What I'm doing is I'm going to mark my egg box card into strips approximately 1/2 centimetre wide. And I'm going to cut it with a craft knife. This stuff actually cuts really easily. And I'm just going to cut it roughly into slabs, not trying to get them too neat, obviously. Here we go. Just having to glue these on one by one with PVA. This is probably going to take a while, you might want to skip. Something I'm doing here is I've just taken this ordinary ordinary thin card such as is used in food packaging. And I'm just using it to go around the edges of doors and windows. At long last, it's finished. Adding the stones actually took longer than, well, pretty much anything I've ever done on this channel. I started yesterday at around 1 in the afternoon. It's now around 1 in the afternoon the following day. So this is definitely something you need to set time aside for. But I'm fairly pleased with how it's turned out, and next time I will be painting it up. See you then.